Hello, this is Mr. Hazen. This is Tuesday, October 13th. And we're just going to quickly go over what we did with the class during math today. Today was more of a quick last review for regrouping addition, because tomorrow we'll be working on subtraction. And just real quickly, we're going to start for the rest of the time as we start with the word problem, just for them to go over. And so this one is Alfonso drove 2,347 miles to Florida. A week later, he drove 2,483 miles home. How many miles did he drive in all? I'm going to give your student a second to solve that. All right, guys. So coming back, the first question I asked everybody is, what operation would you do? Would you add, subtract, multiply, divide? And most of the students said that you would add. And it said because you have how many miles did they drive in all? So that's just when you combine it, you put it together, you add it together, you mix them up, you put them together. So you mix together, you combine miles to Florida and miles back home. Okay? And so the students came up here and we're going to try and do this. It's not going to be easy with right here, but oh, just kidding. Mr. Hazen. Let's go back. The very first thing they remembered is to make sure you line up the place values, and they also said you always, for addition, subtraction, and multiplication, to put the largest number on top. So we have a 2,483 plus. This had the same amount of place value, so it goes right underneath 2,347. And do you notice how the ones place, tens place, hundreds place, thousands place? We always start at the furthest place value to the right. In this case, it's the ones. And 3 plus 7 would be 10, so you would put a 0 there, but you wouldn't put it there because then you have to regroup. And then you would say 1 plus 9, or 1 plus 8 is 9, plus 4 would be 13, and then you regroup again. And then I bring this 1 down to the 3 to make it 4, and then I have double 4, which would be 8. So now I'm done with the hundreds. And then I go to the thousands place value, which would be 4. And your answer would be 4,830. But we have to make sure and we remember to label it. So it would be 8,000 or 4,830 miles driven in all. Or you could have said, or total. All right. That's just what you would do with that. All right. And then and then we did a quick little just brain thing. We have 500. Everybody said that it was 500. And my question is how can I break this number into two numbers with some blocks in the hundreds, tens, and ones place? Okay. And one example that they did is they took actually try this first on your own, and then let's see if it matches what the students came up with. All right, let's see if yours matches up. So what they did is my students said, I take one of these and I break this into, and I share this, and I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 equals 100. This is still 500. Everybody agreed with that. So we have 200, 300, 400, 500. But then they're like, oh, okay, so then maybe I can make this number. Let's share one here. One here gets shared. One there gets shared. All right. So they're just sharing them, splitting them into equal groups. Oh, so now I have two numbers. I have 250, 250. Both of those would equal 500. See if you have another way you could possibly do that. When you finish with that, you need to go to page 182 in your big fat turtle book. And you need to do 182, page 182 and page 183. And that is what you need to do, and also do Moby Max. Those are your 2 assignments for math. All right, what we're going to quickly go straight to is we are going to jump right now into the social studies. And here's our, just kidding. Oh, not social studies, I apologize. Into our science. And for science, we are going to be discussing forces. So inside your science journal, you're going to copy this definition down. And a force is a push or a pull that causes an object to move, stop, or change direction. That is what a force is. It's a push or a pull that causes an object to move, stop, or change direction. Then I slide over here, and then we have motion. No, we're going to do that tomorrow. Oh, no, we didn't. Just kidding. We typed in motion. It's how an object moves from one place to another. And it's when an object moves from one place to another, a force is acted upon it. It's either pushing or pulling. Write that in your journal. A pull, a force that causes something to move. Then I asked some students of what some examples. A lot of them said like they pulled their blanket to their cheek, their face, or they pulled their book out of their bag. And it's a force that caused something to move closer. I said that I pulled the rope closer to me for tug of war. And then a push is that causes something to move away. And some of them said it wasn't very nice, but they said a push to move. They pushed their sister, or they pushed the book away from them. For me, I used it. They like in here. They pushed a wheelbarrow. So write this in. And then what we did is we quickly came over here and we watched the video.
Changing direction, shape, or position shows force in any kind of situation. Try out the forces that are commonly used. You know them already, don't be confused. Push and move a box across the room. Gravity keeps us from floating to the moon. Pull a zipper up to pull your sweater. Friction makes everyone run much better. And it doesn't make travel cheap and fast. And all of these things you cannot pass. Force is what puts us into motion, allowing us all to come into motion. As you push and pull your pencil across the surface, you leave a trail ever how you can increase. As you run across the park and push against the ground to get away from all the children giving chase. Pull around you fill with toys behind your back. Pull out a giant cookie that you eat for a snack. And this is a force of friction with your hands and your fingers. Otherwise you probably should stay in the back. Push and move a box across the room. Gravity keeps us from floating to the moon. Pull a zipper up to close your sweater. Friction makes everyone run much better. Magnetism makes travel cheap and fast. All of these things you cannot pass. Force is what puts us into motion, allowing us all to come into motion. Forces you to move an object over resistance. The object is just bound to have a little resistance. That resistance that you feel is what we call friction. Without an air resistance, it will be easy to slip on. Magnetism is a cheap and easy way to move things across the room from place to place. In China they use magnetic strings. They power along in the fast lane. Push and move a box across the room. Gravity keeps us from floating to the moon. Pull a different rock to close your sweater. Friction makes everyone run much better. Magnetism makes travel cheap and fast. On all of these things you cannot pass. Force is what puts us into motion, allowing us all to go into motion. Pull and push, pull and lift a cherry pinch to see how much force it will take to move it. Different objects require the use of more force in order to set them on their moving course. Balls, pulleys, wagons, levers, harness, and swings really help you when you're moving heavy things. These are simply useful tools that we must use when moving heavy objects like a cart. Push and move a box across the room. Gravity keeps us from floating to the moon. Different objects close your sweater. It makes everything run
right, guys. So this is your video for your math and your science for today. And for social studies, I just need you to look at page, this should be page 62, I do believe. Let me double check. I think it's page 53. How do we just think about this, and we'll discuss it more tomorrow. How do we interact with our planet? Think about your surroundings and describe the land and the water features and the weather. All right, there you go.